With the Dallas Cowboys completely finished with all of OTAs, mandatory minicamp, and rookie minicamp, the first couple of months under Brian Schottenheimer when it comes to practices are officially in the books. But with that being said, there have been a couple of players that have really stood out. And in this video, I wanted to break down one or two guys that the rest of the league is jealous, right? They really wanted a couple of these guys, and the Cowboys ended up with both of them. So we're going to cover two guys in this video that I think could be really big factors on this team either this year or potentially in the future as well. However, before we dive into the video, I do ask a little bit of a favor from you guys, and I want you to comment down below a couple of names before I get into the players I think could break out. Who do you think could have stellar seasons this season or this year? Who do you think could break out, be X factors for this Dallas Cowboys team going into this new season? With that being said, hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, and let's dive into the video and talk about a couple of guys who might make a big difference this season. The first player that I think could be a difference maker and someone that the entire league wanted but just couldn't get him, right? Kaiir Elam. Now, this is a former high-end pick with insane potential coming out of college, and it just didn't work out with the Buffalo Bills, and that's okay, right? Sometimes all a player needs is a little bit of a change of scenery, a little bit of a different coaching system, different teammates around them, and sometimes they end up being really good players. And in this case scenario, Kaiir Elam has come over to Dallas and has been the biggest standout player among new players coming in. He's been the difference maker. Look at this play here, right? And we can see his overall potential is really good, right? Right here, he turns his back away from the quarterback, and whenever a quarterback sees one-on-one coverage, back shoulder, you're throwing that football almost every single time. But the good thing about Kaiir Elam is even when he turns his back away from the quarterback, he's got insane instincts, okay? Look at this. I mean, basically runs the route for the wide receiver and comes away with an interception at the goal line, okay? His instincts are top tier. Now, he's had some effort concerns in Buffalo, which I don't think is going to translate to Dallas. I think he is already showing how good of a player he can be. And when you look up Kaiir Elam and, what the reporters and teammates have been saying about him, dude, this could be a day one starter for them that they just got for a 5th round draft pick. What's funny about the whole thing is when you look at their entire draft class, right? You got Tyler Booker, you got Donovan E, you got Revel, they trade a 4th rounder for Jonathan Mingo, high potential guy. Can they get it out of him? Who knows? Maybe not, right? You draft Jaden Blue, Samar James, you trade a 5th rounder for Kaiir Elam. Guys, that is huge. This is a former 1st round draft pick, should be up here, but you get him for basically free, okay? Joe Milton, another guy who showcased a ton of arm strength. You trade a 5th round pick for a potential starter in the NFL here, right? And they did it a ton this offseason. What's funny about the Dallas Cowboys is they added a high potential couple of guys in Kaiir Elam and Joe Milton, right? But then you keep going and look at this roster. Look at these guys, right? Kenneth Murray, high-end pick, you get him for cheap. Jack Sanborn, high potential, you get him for cheap, right? Peyton Turner, high-end pick, didn't really pan out, you get them for cheap, right? They're taking and they're doing a really smart thing where you're getting high potential guys, getting them for cheap, so it's low risk, potential high reward, and you're getting multiple 1st round picks. Like if you look at this draft and what they've added, 1st round pick in Peyton Turner, 1st round pick in Kenneth Murray, 1st round pick in Kaiir Elam. You could talk about Andrew Booth, who's another high-end pick, didn't really pan out the way they wanted either, right? And sometimes these guys don't pan out, but the potential is there. I mean, you're talking about 3-4 guys this year that are coming onto the team that are former 1st round draft picks. Again, that is amazing. Now, just to prove to you guys, I did want to show you this article coming from some reporters around the Dallas area, so let's read it really quick. So far, the former Buffalo Bills 1st round pick has been the model of consistency with the Cowboys. The Cowboys start and secondary showcase multiple iterations throughout organized team activities, OTAs, and the first 2 days of mandatory minicamp. Deron Bland has moved between the slot and outside corner. So has Israel Mukamu. You got Andrew Booth and Kamon Hall have also played with the starters, while the Cowboys await the return of Trayvon Diggs, who knows that's going to be, and the rookie Siobhan Revel. He'll be back at some point. But Elam has not missed one snap with the starting unit. He's had at least one pass breakup in either 7-on-7s or full team drills in each of the 5 practices so far, including near interceptions for the past 2 practices. The stat is impressive considering the fact that the Cowboys defensive backs have mostly been told to pull off, according to Brian Schottenheimer. Elam's consistency has gone beyond the on-field product too. We keep track of our players' speeds, who's been hitting top speeds. The one thing I'm most proud of is the way our guys run pre-snap and most post-snap. The way they run and cover. Elam has been consistently at the top of the skill guys on defense with his top speeds. He's really taking to the system. He's in a good spot. Guys, the fact that this is a former first-round pick, right, going to Buffalo, didn't pan out, he could be a Pro Bowl type of corner. He had that talent coming out of college, and you couldn't argue it coming out of college, right? Now, I'm not sitting here saying that Kaiir Elam is going to be the next Dallas Cowboys great player. He just might not be, right? He might not be, but he could be, and the potential is why they got him. Now, before we talk about one more guy that they stole, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the family if you are new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and we got you guys covered throughout the entirety of this year's offseason. We're going to cover all of training camp, preseason, regular season, breaking down all 22 coaches' film. Make sure you guys are here. Join the family if you haven't already done so. And let's get back into the video and talk about one more guy who's looked really good. It's no other than quarterback Joe Milton, guys. And you know what? It's funny because in that initial draft that he was in where he got taken to the New England Patriots, I thought there's no way he should have been taken that late. The talent, the potential was through the roof with that arm strength and the arm talent that he has. But he has showcased his ability to potentially be a starter soon. Which the reason I love the competition level he's bringing to this team, I mean, first of all, look at this play, right? Pump fakes right. First thing we notice is we do have safeties over the top over here. Right there, right? So we do want to move these guys. When you can look in a certain direction, these guys' jobs are to basically read the quarterback's eyes and go where the quarterback is looking. So he drops back right, pump fakes right, and then scans left, steps up in the pocket. The pocket awareness is beautiful here, right? Look at the footwork as he drops back, steps in, dot, right over the defense for a touchdown. Now, this was preseason football, but again, this is what you want to see. You want to see him start to play well in preseason, right? In regular season. In that last game, he looks great. I'm telling you right now, Joe Milton is going to be a great player in the NFL. Maybe not, okay. By great, I mean above expectation, right? Coming in as a late round pick in the NFL draft, slated to be the 3rd string. I think he's going to work his way up. I do think he'll get a chance to be a starter in the NFL. Will it be with the Cowboys? I don't know. But I'll tell you this. I think the presence of Joe Milton alone is going to make Dak Prescott understand that, hey, listen, if you don't play well this year, your career might be over in Dallas. And I don't think that's what he wants. I think he's going to come out here. I think he's training different. I think he's practicing different. I think Dak Prescott ultimately is going to take a massive step up because now there's actually a backup that could take your job in Joe Milton. That's what I think. Now, those are my 2 guys that I think are steals. I think everybody really wanted a shot to get Kaiir Elam, right? Not only in that first draft, but also when he was up for trade. I think, maybe teams were a little bit nervous to go out there and get him, but a lot of teams wanted him, right? And same thing with Joe Milton, man. When he was on the trade market, there was a lot of teams trying to get Joe Milton, and they got both of them, man. I feel like the Dallas Cowboys stole a couple of guys that a lot of teams wanted, so I think they did a great job. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next Cowboys update. Peace.